Hey, this is Rick Kasalj, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, I'm going to go through the must-do back shoulder pain relief exercises. And I'll get Donnelly to demonstrate the first one, then I'll go through in detail and I'll show you the other two. So there you go, that ends up being the first one, a standing back arch. So this one ends up being great for the back and the shoulder, because with putting the hands on the hips, you end up getting a good stretch in the shoulder, and then also arching back, you're ending up improving your mobility when it comes to your low back and mid back area. And improving that mobility in that whole spine area ends up helping when it relates to back pain. And if you can improve the mobility and flexibility in shoulder, that ends up helping when it comes to shoulder pain. So when it comes to sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets, I'll get you to 1, repetitions 5. When it comes to time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the end position, so 1 to 2 seconds, and you're looking for light intensity. You might feel light stretch in the shoulder, and you might feel light mobility or movement happening in the spine, and that's what we want with this exercise. Now the second exercise ends up being with the downward punch. Now Donnelly's going to use some weights, so dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you can go without weights. I find with the weights it ends up helping a little bit when it comes to guiding the movement. So you're doing a downward punch. You got good alignment from the side. You're going to punch down, good, and then come back to the start, and then punch down again. It ends up being a small movement, and what we're doing here is putting the shoulder in a better position, punching down, and that ends up decreasing the stress in that upper neck area, mid-back area. And then I'll end up getting Donnelly to just face that way, and we'll look at it from the side. So relaxing and then punching down, good. So it ends up being just a small movement, putting the shoulder in a better position. We want to make sure that we have good alignment from the side when it comes to the head and shoulders. Good. Good. Now when it comes to sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets 1, repetitions 5, the time is a smooth controlled movement, and you're holding the bottom position for a stop, so good second or 2, and then the intensity ends up being light. This ends up being more of a mobility exercise, a posture exercise, a decreasing tension in the muscle exercise. Now with the third one ends up being the vertical hanging exercise. So Donnelly is going to find a door frame. She's going to reach up and grab the door frame. So she's got her arms straight above her shoulders. She's going to bend through the knees, bend through and drop the hips, and increase the stretch that she's getting in her shoulders and in her back area. And this ends up being an excellent exercise for back and shoulder pain, and in order to kind of relieve it and loosen it up. Now with this one, when it comes to sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets 1, repetitions, I'd go through with 5. Time, start off with 5 seconds, then progress to 15. And then lastly, intensity, you should have a light stretch in the shoulders and in that back area. Now, if you're not able to get in this position, you're not able to get your hands right overhead because of back or shoulder pain, then you can just reach up to the point that you can. So Donnelly's just reaching to what point she can, and then bending in the knees and dropping the hips and getting a light stretch in the shoulders and in that back area. Now when it comes to the people that should not do this vertical hanging exercise, if you end up having sloppy shoulders, they pop in and out, they dislocate, I would not do this exercise. But if you end up having stiff or tight shoulders, this ends up being a great exercise for back and shoulder pain. So there you go, those are 3 great exercises to do for back shoulder pain relief. Now if you're looking for some of my other best tips and tricks when it relates to relieving shoulder pain, what I recommend you do is click right here. I have a brand new free report called 5 Tricks That Fight Shoulder Pain and Tightness. Just click right here. Let me know where to send that brand new free report, and I'll send you that brand new free report right away. Now, if you're watching this on a mobile device, tablet, smartphone, head down below in the description and click the first link, which will end up being exercisesforinjuries.com/shoulders. let me know where to send that report and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you have a question for me, you can leave it down below in the comments section. And then lastly, hit subscribe so you'll end up getting future pain relieving videos.